Hi, I'm Zoe Heathershaw, and I'm doing this video to introduce you to my first book. It's been released in a couple of weeks. It's called Inside Me, and it's about me. It's based on two characters because I do want to protect a few people in my life, and those who really know me will be able to tell the difference, but again, that's up to the reader. So I just wanted to share with you a little piece of the book and do a little reading. I'm not going to read too much, and share some details about my life. I am an open book, and I welcome any questions that you may have. So I'm going to start this one. It's on chapter 7. And you have to bear with me, I'm reading from a screen. Okay. Normal. What is normal? For me, normal is waking up and taking at least half an hour to understand my surroundings, find my safe voice, and come out of whatever dream I was in. Normal is a lack of trust in humanity, and certainly in love. Normal is striving every day just to be alive. Normal is making every breath count and mean something. Normal is finding a purpose, to live in every moment. Normal. What is normal anyways? Are we not all running from something or to something? As I awaken, I find myself struggling to differentiate between what was dream and what was reality. Collecting all my inner beings from whatever flight they were on, calming the thoughts and putting everything back into comfortable boxes like a filing cabinet in the vast library in my mind. Some thoughts which I dare to embrace in that moment can be knocked away with a shaking of my head, or having to say it loud, no, not today. Locking them away for another day, another year, or even trying to erase them, which, by the way, never happens. I am in denial? No, I don't believe so. I'm just not in a place where that could be possible. That's the thing with trauma. It becomes a friend you can never get rid of. It just lingers in the midst of my existence, waiting to be heard and trying to repeat itself, if given the chance. Then comes a forever distracting thought of, I need coffee. And that thought takes over my mind to be the focus, the escape. Yes, we'll call it an escape, because now I just need coffee and music or some kind of noise to distract the quiet, and then everything will be okay. Now I'm remembering the actions of yesterday, how I humiliated myself, my out-of-control behavior. Why did I react so harshly to Matthew? He is so nice and kind. I'm sure he just means well. Why am I so destructive? How can I run away and not have to deal with the once again endless apologies for my behavior? Is he still here, or did he run like he should? Anyone who tries to get close to me when they actually find out the real me always runs. So shut up and remember today is about surviving, not striving. If you left me, so what? I don't care. But wait, I do care. Oh, I need coffee. Wait, where am I? Oh my God, this room is so familiar. It's my parents' room. I'm in their bed. How did I get here? Why did I get here? As I leap out of bed, my body is shaking off the thought of sleeping where they did. I'm going to leave it there for right now. You know, most of us throughout life, we can go through those moments, and we have so much shame and guilt when we think or try to think about our past. Oh, I wish I hadn't done this, or I hadn't done that, or I should have done it this way or that way. It's just a never-ending woulda, coulda, shouldas. And they don't lead anywhere. They just keep your mind tormented. Learning to laugh at my past and forgive myself for a lot of it. It's been a good part of my healing journey. Even now, I'm reminiscing over times in my life. This book, for me, is a clear opening to the possibilities of healing and being very raw with my life and my interactions, and my mess ups too. I've had quite a few, and I don't have any regrets though. I have no regrets. A good friend told me a long time ago, put them down to experience and move on. So I do. And I keep that advice next to my heart. And then there's my heart. Took a long time to get that heart healed. It's so broken. And we can all sit there and think that maybe I should just let go of it. Or, it's in the past. It's about time I got on with my life and forgot about all that. And, it's just suppressing. That's all you're doing. You're just locking it away again. It lingers. It's still there. So in my own personal healing journey, I needed to go back. I needed to go back in my past where I got stuck. And it was hard. It's not easy. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. You're so free, and I'm free. Am I where I need to be? No. But I'm not where I used to be. I've learned to laugh. I've learned to seek life with new eyes. I love now. I couldn't love before. And if there's any wisdom that I could pass on to anybody who's going through their healing journey, just get out of bed. Put one foot in front of the other. Don't ever worry what other people think. If they're thinking about you, then they're not ruling their own lives. We need to be responsible for our own lives and our own actions, not what others do or don't do, or what have done. Only we can be the master of that. It needs to be put under control. What we've gone through, going through, and will go through, it matters. It really, really matters. It matters to me to know and acknowledge that life's journey is all about who I meet, who I love, who makes me laugh, who makes me cry, who makes me sad, who makes me angry. They're all emotions. That's part of my soul. And I've learned through this journey. I actually really like myself. I can be funny. I can be unpredictable. I can be spontaneous. I can be a trusting friend, a loyal companion. I can be a person to fight when you need to fight, laugh when you need to laugh. I've always been so misunderstood, but that's because I was so broken and operating from so many different parts of me. That's the thing when you become whole again. The brokenhearted made whole. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful walk. And we should all have the compassion for others, because we don't know we do not know what other people have been going through. I was at the salon today, and the hairdresser, she said to me, we were talking about my book, and she was asking me what it was about, and so I revealed a few things to her, and she just says, I can't believe you went through that. You look like you've had such a polished life. I've never heard that phrase, polished life. That's healing. Healing means I'm not carrying those bags of the past that used to pull me down all the time. I get so deep and stuck in my thoughts that my reality wasn't real. It wasn't all the time. I went through many phases where I could be somewhat normal. But what is normal? Is any of us normal? I don't want to be normal. I just want to be me. I want to be accepted for who I am, and not a picture drawn around of who I should be or could be, or I just want to be me. And I want to be loved for who I am. And I love my tribe. I love the circle of friends. And I think it's important to have that circle and to let go of the ones that are constantly or triggering you or telling you you need to be this or you need to be that or you need to do this. Back off. I need just to be me, and so do you. You need to be you. You need to learn to love who you are and fall so deeply and passionately in love with yourself that it doesn't matter who doesn't love you, because you're loved. You know, there's forces around us that, you know, they can change our way of thinking, our way of loving, our way of life, you know, and I have my path and you have yours, and respecting each other's journey, and you know, chugging things away that don't need to be there, and holding on to things that, you know, are so precious and dear to you, and those relationships, we protect them, you know, we protect them with everything we have. But the most important thing is we protect love, because love is a power. It's not an emotion. And when it enters you, it's undescribable. And I love words. I love language, and it's been so misunderstood with the English language of what it actually means. I mean, the Greeks came up with like 5 different ways of presenting love and the feeling and the relationship aspect of it, but most people really don't even know what it is. I suggest you fall in love with yourself first. How do you do that? Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all the years that you've carried all this around with you. Forgive yourself for fear, shame, guilt, all the things that you need to, they're what you need to fight, not the people who put them in you. You deserve your healing, as do I. Everybody deserves to be healed and be free. Nobody deserves to be shackled and in chains. Nobody. Doesn't matter what you've done, or who you are, or who you think you are. I'm laughing because I had to surrender. And like I said, it's not easy. It's not. But it's so worth it. And anyway, I hope this book brings something to you. I really do. And I'll do a couple more readings before the book is released. And all I want to say is thank you. Thank you to those, especially who've been on this journey with me. Thank you to those that are dear in my life. And I never worry when people are busy, or, oh, you're so busy, you're doing this, you're doing that. When it comes to walking with somebody in their journey, even if it's only for a season, do it. Because the fruit of that walk is beautiful. To see somebody go from, you know, needing pruning to blossoming, that their branches of the life, the tree of life in them is expressing itself in such a beautiful way. And sometimes it's just a little bit of pruning that they need, but to take off those dead branches, it's amazing. Have you ever smelled a cherry blossom tree in spring? There's one outside right now, and I went outside on Tuesday just because I could smell this smell, and like, what is that? What is that? And I was going around the garden, I was trying to figure out what it was, and there it was in front of me. See, I knew that tree had been there for years. I've been here for 11 years. I knew that tree had always been there. Every year, every spring, but for some reason, on this day, I smelled it through the wind. Sometimes we miss so many things because the wind is trying to make us aware and bring us into reality, and you know, and sometimes it takes a storm or a strong wind to shake you, but when you allow that shaking and you allow that pruning and oh, you can just bloom, and the fragrance that comes with you is amazing. I love people. I love all different walks of life, different cultures, different backgrounds, different upbringings, different schooling, different religions, different everything. I find everything, it just makes my world just so colorful, like one huge bursting rainbow. It's like those Skittles commercials that you see where they're bursting with color, and that's what I see when I see people, just in general. And if I've ever had the pleasure to actually meet you, thank you. Because every single person I've met, good or bad, you've been an influence in my life. And I am the person I am today, and I'm gonna be the person I am tomorrow and next year, and it's always changing and revealing and growing and aging and getting more wisdom, and it's incredible. Anyway, thank you for this time. It's a little bit longer than I expected. I'm starting to get used to doing videos and talking to myself. But I do hope that my rawness of what I've gone through and how I got to where I am today helps just one person. That would make me so happy inside. Oh, it would just be incredible. And again, it's gonna be, I'm releasing 3 books. This is the first one. And the second one will be released probably next year. I've started it. And there are different chapters in my life. And I had to do it that way because, for one, I'm not going to write a big book, stick it on the shelf, and everyone's going to feel so overwhelmed with reading it. It needed to be 12 chapters. And it needed to be the way it was written and the way it's released. And you're going to walk through this journey with me. And the final book, it will be where my life is today. And who knows, there may be more. But for now, I've got 3 books in my head. Trust me, it's a big head. It can hold lots of information. Isn't it amazing how much information we can retain? I find that I used to lose time and lose memories till I figured out I needed healing. Trauma can have a big impact on your memory, on your life, on your mind. You need to walk it through. Anyway, thank you all. Thank you for this journey with me. And I hope you're having a fabulous life. Even if it doesn't feel like it now, it will. Bye-bye for now.